Alright, so today I got a little bit of a story for you guys, because a lot of you guys suggested when I asked the other day for video ideas, a lot of you suggested for me to tell a story, so I got a story for you today. I think this actually happened like 2 or 3 years ago now. It's been a while, but we're talking about my first ever ticket. And I've been driving for almost 4 years now. I didn't get my license till I was 18 because I couldn't go to driving school because I couldn't afford it at the time. So I got my license when I'm 18, but that doesn't even matter because the ticket that I got wasn't even like a speeding ticket or anything to do with my car. Alright, so basically what was going down that day is me and a couple of buddies from high school got together. There was only 4 of us, so we went to the lake and we decided to go fishing and like eat some lunch and stuff. Like right before it got dark. Well, I guess that wouldn't really be lunch. That'd be more of like a dinner thing. Anyways, me and my friends got together and we wanted to go to the lake and fish and eat. That's pretty much what happened. And I was the only one that drove because there was only 4 of us, so we just like shoved all the shit in my car and just went and chilled out there for a few hours. And you know, when we were about to leave, we started to clean up our mess because we had drinks and stuff, so we were picking up like the empty pop cans and water bottles and stuff like that, the stuff that we're eating and drinking. So you know, we packed up all the fishing poles, we packed up all of our garbage, we threw it away, and then we picked up the coolers, we got in the car, and we started to drive away. And, you know, guys, I just thought I was having a great time fishing with my friends. I thought nothing could possibly go wrong. But then when we're pulling out, a park ranger comes up behind me with his lights on, and at first I didn't really think much of it. I thought maybe like I forgot one of my fishing poles by the lake or by the water or something like that, and he was gonna pull me over and be like, hey buddy, you forgot something back there, have a good day. But no, this dickhead pulls up to the car with like a nasty look in his face, and he had a pop can in his hand. And I don't know if this dude was just having a bad day and wanted to lash out on us or something, but this dude was being a straight up dick for like no reason. So then he walks up to the car with a pop can in his hand. He asked me what that was, and I said, well, that was a pop can that we probably forgot to pick up. He's like, oh, you guys are gonna come to my park and you think you can just litter in my park and leave? Like I said, this dude was being a dick. And I was like, well, were you sitting there watching us? He's like, yeah, I sat there and watched you leave the pop can behind. And I was like, well, you didn't see us picking up all the garbage and walk to the dumpster next to my car and throw it away? And apparently this pop can was like on the ground or something like that, and like the wind blew it under my car or something, because we picked up all of our trash before we left, and he watched us do it. And he was being like a super big dick about it, and I was like, all right, sorry, I guess we missed it. Like we can get up and throw it away if you want. And then he just goes on to be an even bigger dick and tell me that he's gonna cite me a littering ticket for the pop can. Like straight up after he watched us pick everything up and throw it away too. Like I was baffled. And I'm not like lying here to make myself sound good and act like we picked up all the trash. Like we literally picked up everything around my car. This pop can dead ass had to like blow in the wind and go underneath my car, and when I pulled out, it was probably sitting there and he saw it. And the dude starts writing me a ticket for it. Like I understand like if someone's like intentionally littering to write them a ticket, because I'm not the type of dude to litter. Like I never litter. I'm not trying to act like a saint here, but that's just one of the things I don't do. And he actually starts to write me a ticket for one pop can that blew underneath my car after he watched me pick up all the trash. I'm still pissed about this. This was like 3 years ago. Like I understand the dude's job is to keep the park clean, but if you see a bunch of dudes there fishing and like clean up their mess before they leave and they forget one thing that they obviously didn't see, I don't see the point to writing him a ticket. And we weren't being like smartasses or anything. Like we were like, oh, I'm sorry. Like I was being respectful to him because he's obviously a park ranger. And I want you guys to actually take a guess on how much that pop can cost me on that littering ticket. That shit cost me over $75 for a single pop can that blew underneath my car that I didn't see and didn't pick up. I don't even know if it was mine. It might have been one of my buddies that didn't see it that blew in the car, because we were all cleaning up this shit. So it might not have even been my like can, dude. I got boned. And the funny part about this is when I still worked at Arby's, right? And I shit you not, a couple weeks later, I was working in the drive-thru and this dude pulls up through the drive-thru and orders food. And I was sitting at the window with the biggest shit-eating grin on my face, greeting him, acting extremely nice. And he looked at me like he saw a ghost or something, because the dude probably thought I was about to spit in his food or something like that, but I'd obviously never do that. You know, I was kind of hoping maybe he would have went home that night and been like, wow, I was being a humongous dickhead. I think I'm not gonna cite this guy for this pop can. If you guys have ever seen the movie Super Troopers, the dude straight up reminded me of Farva, just someone that takes his job way too seriously. I know a park ranger isn't a job to be taken lightly by any means. I mean, you got to appreciate what they do. They like keep the state parks clean and all that shit, but I mean, come on. It doesn't give you the liberty to just go around shafting people for forgetting pop cans that they didn't clean up. I mean, I've probably already said this, but it'd be a different story if we were like dickheads and we just left everything we had there and like we're slobs and just littered all over the place. But the dude had to have seen us picking up all the shit and put it in the dumpster right next to my car. So Officer Farva, if you are watching this video, I do hope that today is better than that one day when you gave me a ticket, because you were obviously having an extremely rough day and you just washed it upon a bunch of other dudes and made our day shitty. Well, not their day. I got cited for it, so my day was shitty after that.
Unit 23, come in 23. Do you need me out there? Do you need my assistance?